For today's DIY, I'm going to be starting off with these mirrors that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I'll be taking off the parts that I don't need. I'll be using 24 pieces for this project. I'm going to take them out and spray paint them gold. The frames are going to be attached together. You can use a strong adhesive or screws. As I was trying to test out which one to use, I did use 2 screws for some and then 1 for some. But it doesn't really matter as long as the frames are attached together. You can attach the frames in 2, 3, or even 4. It all depends on the length you're comfortable with. I'll be making the frame for this DIY with wood pieces. To keep this sturdy, I'm going to be cutting this wood piece into smaller pieces and attaching them at the corners. I'll turn this over and start attaching the frames. It is important to always pre-drill your holes through the plastic so that it doesn't crack before attaching it to one another, or even when you're attaching it to the wood. Another option is to use a strong adhesive to attach all the frames together and leave it overnight to set. For me, I'm just going to continue using the screws because I will be moving this around as I go along with the project. This is an attachment of 4 frames, and you see how easy it is to attach them to one another. You don't have to do it one by one. You just have a long chain of frames together and then you attach them because it saves time. I also attached the frames that are at the bottom and at the top to the wood. Lifting this up, you can see that they're separated still. So what I'm going to do is turn it to the side and hold them together with screws. When I was done, I took it out and I spray painted everything gold, leaving just the outer borders white. For now anyway, I will change that probably later. Now this is what it looks like. And here's the back. And of course you can have this covered if you like. Now this can also be used as a headboard. The width of the outer wood should be smaller if you intend to use this only as a headboard. I put the mirrors back into the frames to see what it's going to look like with mirrors. This looks so pretty. Now at the back, you can still see the black board, which is kind of okay and not too bad because it has its own design. But you can cover that up with contact paper in silver or even real mirrors. I ended up covering the side that was white with gold contact paper. This is what it looks like as a headboard, and it's also pretty with the mirrors. You can choose to leave the design with or without mirrors. It's all up to you. This Dollar Tree item is what I'm going to be using for this DIY today. And I'll be starting off by joining 2 together with zip ties. After joining them together, I have to make sure that it's balanced. So I'm going to be sliding in and pushing it in such a way that I get a proper balance. And then when I'm okay with it, I'll cut off the excess zip ties and then make another one just like this. I am making a shelving item for storage. So what I'm going to have on top of this is wood. I'll be making 2 extra shelves for this. Before I make anything permanent, I'm going to spray paint the zip ties silver. If you have heavy items, you can go ahead and use wood. Now to attach the napkin holders to the wood, I'm going to be using hangers. If you get this in a pack, they come with nails, and it will be easy to attach the napkin holders to the wood. This is me making a slight curve so that it will be able to hold the napkin holders. This is one way to go about it if you have heavy items you want to display on the shelves. I'm going to be using something else, and you can use a strong adhesive and a hot glue gun to attach the napkin holders to the shelving. This is a plastic board that has been covered with contact paper, and I'll be attaching the napkin holders together with a strong adhesive. You can use either this or this. I'll be using the adhesive from the Dollar Tree to attach the napkin holders to the shelves. I'm also going to be using hot glue just to make sure that everything stays in place as it sets. I made 3 of this, and now they're all going to be joined together with a strong adhesive. This is how it looks if you want it bare. But then if you want to add a little bit of glam to it, you can add bling wrap around the napkin holders. And these have to be attached with a strong adhesive to make it last long. I think I like this version better because from the front, you won't even know that they're napkin holders. If you have bigger items that you want to display on the shelf, you can remove the shelf from one of the units and then add the napkin rings together, and you have a much wider space. Thank you guys so much for watching. I have the home decor DIY videos that are linked in the description box below to check them out. And for those of you who have not subscribed to my channel, don't forget to click on the subscribe button.